Welcome to day 4 of the Reset Button Workshop. Congrats on making it to day 4. So let's jump right into the lesson. Today's lesson is going to be about repetition and creating your easy embodiment plan. So by repetition, what I'm referring to is the story that you wrote out on day 1. If you remember, you wrote a story, and the story is all about what it looks like for you on the other side of you pressing the reset button. What does success look like for you? And you wrote a story and you felt really good about it. And that same day, I believe you even read it before you went to bed. So from here on out, you're going to need to read that story 2 times a day. You're going to want to do it when you wake up in the morning before you jump into the day and have some feeling as you read it. And then you're going to want to do it a second time right before you go to bed at night. And the reason you want to do this is because we need repetition whenever we're trying to do something new or transform or create a new habit. Anything that has to do with change or transformation, it's going to happen because repetition is somewhere in the mix. So I don't want anyone thinking for 2 seconds that you are just going to do something one time and then now overnight you have a completely different identity. If you know people like that, please give me their names and numbers so I can ask them for all of their secrets. But most of us, the average person, it's because of repetition that we are who we are today, frankly. We're just a bunch of, habits and circumstances and activities and actions that we've taken. And that's why we are the way we are today, where we are the way we are today. So anyway, all of that to say repetition is important, and we are going to implement it here by reading every day, twice a day, the stories that we wrote in day 1 and doing so with feeling. So that's the repetition part. The second part of today is I want you to create your easy embodiment plan. And this is basically the idea that even though you are where you are today and you know where you want to be on the other side of the reset button when you do it successfully, there are steps in between. And sometimes we don't know all of the steps. Sometimes maybe we know a few, but not all. Sometimes maybe maybe the goal is so big, you don't know any. So the idea of embodiment is that you are able to do certain things that are going to put you in the mode of feeling like you've accomplished that reset, are going to make you feel similar feelings, are going to make you feel the exact same feelings that you will feel when you actually are reset. But the idea is to embody what all of that feels like. And sometimes you can do things that have absolutely nothing to do with whatever your successful reset goal is or whatever your successful reset picture looks like. You can do things that have nothing to do with that, but the energy of it is the same. So because the energy of it is the same, you're embodying the end result. And when it's all said and done, that is just as important as achieving the end result. The idea is that all along the way, while, we talked about the one habit that you created yesterday, and you're going to continue to kind of build on that. But the other thing is you want to be feeling, like the end now before you get to the end. We can't wait to the end to feel like the end. We can't wait until we reset to feel what it's like to be reset, if that makes any sense. So these are some ways that you can, and when I say you, I don't mean you specifically. This is based on my story, by the way. So my easy embodiment plan includes a bunch of fun stuff because my story has to do with me stepping into my femininity and taking back some of my female power that I feel like I've relinquished down through the years by having a lot of masculine tendencies and just being super serious and a workaholic and, all of these different things that sometimes in society, it just happens. For you, it may be something different. It may have nothing to do with dancing and writing songs and singing in the shower and all of that. So pick something based on your story. But the idea is to pick activities that you can do that will give you the same feeling as if you had accomplished your reset button, and put those things on a calendar, period. Just put them on a calendar. It doesn't have to all be within these 21 days. You can spread it out if you need to, but easy embodiment plan. Pick stuff, make it easy. Don't put too much thought into it. Just make sure that it's based on the reality of, okay, in my story, I want to feel like this. And so pick things that will allow you to feel like this. And that's it. So again, today's lesson is all about repetition. Do that. And then on the second part of it is your easy embodiment plan. Don't put too much thought into it. Don't overthink it. Have fun with it. But it's based on the story that you wrote from day one. Look at the energy of it, the feeling of it, and say, what are some things that I can put on my calendar that will have the same energy and feeling and, all of that as if I had accomplished my reset. And then put those things on your calendar and go out and do it. Period. Day 4 done. See you in the next lesson, guys.